What's poppin', y'all? It's Deidre, and I'm back with One Shot Game. You already know how the motto go. You get one shot at life, but a lifetime to learn all the game you need. I just want to say big shout out to all my supporters. You guys are great. The numbers have kind of slowed down a little, and people's not really giving their input. But at the end of the day, I'ma still keep pumping out wisdom to you guys and the things that I feel like can help us as a collective, as a whole. You just got to be willing to open your brain and understand that, you know what I'm saying, each one teach one. Everything you know is not all that you know, and it go for everybody. You just got to be willing to open up your brain and listen and pay attention. You feel me? So anyway, with that being said, it's hot. It's gonna be a hot weekend. Y'all make sure y'all get around some water, chill with family, enjoy yourself. Happy Mother's Day to all my queens out there. Make sure y'all enjoy the weekend. Make sure y'all make that daddy come pick up the kids. And even if you can't, that's okay. You can still enjoy yourself. You know what I'm saying, with your kids. There's nothing wrong with that at the end of the day. But yeah, this video is just gonna be centered around the fact of live your life, baby. You know what I'm saying? Whoever you are, whoever's watching this, make sure you live your life to the fullest capacity, because from a young age, you will have people in your life who will dictate who you should be based off of the things they may have went through and how they feel they know you to be. Like, anyone within the vicinity of your energy who knows who you are, knows your emotions, knows your actions, knows how you move, can easily step into your mind and basically control you based off your feelings and reactions. And it starts as young as kids who don't really, you know what I'm saying, have any source of identity yet, and they're still trying to figure out and discover it. It's really easy for them to portray their persona and who they are into this young kid who's trying to find out who they are. You know what I'm saying? So now you see yourself looking at this young kid and they doing everything and mimicking everything of somebody else. They're not really truly being themselves, because the energy and the, you know what I'm saying, the mind control and mind manipulation put on this young child, they don't really know who they are until they grow up and slowly come into that. But it will take time. I don't think people realize that some of y'all may come from some very strong family backgrounds who know how to practice witchcraft and sorcery and know how to make everyone in the family not become who they truly are. They're basically systematically programmed to what they believe life should be. And that goes on for every person that decides to have a baby and have a child. It just continues in the line. Like, people don't even really realize it. What's said to you, what's done to you, how they watch you, the way you react to emotions, your feelings, what you do, all that plays a part on them studying you. And once they find out your weakest parts, that is when they project onto you exactly who they are, so that you can be like them. And it's way easier to mind control people when we know what their weaknesses are. This is not a game. This is not a joke. This is not a fairy tale. This is not a lullaby. This is real life. Like, and some people, I get it, are still mind blocked. So it's like, ain't nobody controlling me. Ain't nobody telling me what to do. But listen, that dude that you messing with, your kid's father, he done cheated on you about 5 times. And you still think he's just the only man for you. He knows that. And he plays on that. because he knows. And for men who, you know what I'm saying, are spoiled and still stay at home with their mama and don't have no own sense of identity, you failing to realize that, you know what I'm saying, she ain't never gonna let you fly and grow. You gonna forever have that support. So basically you gonna look for that same support in any woman. You standing on your own too and getting it just ain't it. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of men have been trained and conditioned from hurt and pain to only look as women as something they can gain something from. So if you ain't giving it up, he's not gonna respect you. He's not gonna, you know what I'm saying, cater to your emotions. You just ain't gonna get that. And any woman that doesn't have any value or self-respect for herself, she's just gonna look at a man or any relationship as something she can gain something from. So another human being born into that situationship is just gonna be a source of gain with the same mind frame and thinking that's programmed into the mother and the father goes down into the kid, and the line just continues. You know what I'm saying? It's very powerful magic and spellbounding that I don't think people really, you know what I'm saying, actually look at. But like I was told, it's not for everybody to understand at the same time. But I'm just here to get y'all informed. You know what I'm saying? Just imagine like a young girl who's trying to find herself. She's very talented and bright, but due to her circumstances and the way she grew up of always being put down and frowned upon and bashful, she no longer knows herself. And what happens is now she takes on the role of whoever has been doing the bashing and putting her down. She's soulless. So her actions and everything she thinks and does is basically a reenactment of whoever raised her. It's a powerful, powerful spell. To be able to break out of it is very difficult and hard. Some people don't even know how. They stay stuck in that mind frame of being controlled and dictated based off their emotions and their feelings. And the person that is, you know, the head controller, should I say, like a Dumbledore, they know your weaknesses. They know what upsets you. They know what triggers you. They know what gets to your soft spot. So as long as they know that about you, they can control you, even if you're far away. Because you know what I'm saying? We're all very powerful beings who are connected to each other. But the power that we had to stay connected to each other slowly diminishes as you get older and you experience things that change that source of power you have in yourself. Because in order to have that power, you have to know yourself. Otherwise, the power will be used for evil. And when the power is used for evil, the mission is to hurt anybody in its path. And just imagine, if you don't know who you are, you're not that powerful. You can't create anything. You can't do anything because you're systematically don't believe in yourself. You know what I'm saying? And it's very strong power that has been circulating around the world for generations and generations of the pain and hurt from our grandparents and their grandparents and their parents has been passed down to us. They're so hurt and don't know who they are and don't see themselves making it. So why would they be happy with someone else succeeding and going to the top? The best way to be able to succeed and have your own sense of life would be to separate yourself from them and lead your own life. You know, that's the best thing to do. And it's going to hurt. You're going to get criticized. You're going to get talked about. But the moment you walk away and live your own life is the moment you find out who you are. And they'll put you down. They'll criticize you. They'll talk about everything you've done, especially if they're very heavily, strongly under the spell of someone who has been hurt and don't want to see them grow because they're hurt. You growing and stepping out of the box and becoming who you are, whoever you decide that to be, if it's different from what they know and what they've grown up to believe, they're gonna put you down. They're gonna throw you to the wolves. They're gonna put you in the trash can. And you gotta be willing to accept that. You gotta be willing and prideful and understanding everybody is not gonna be for you. Everybody is not gonna support you. People that you once grew up with and, you know what I'm saying, were under that source of power of everybody, like, you know what I'm saying, being in the same book. You became competition the moment you stepped out of that box. So now you're a threat. So the love that you once got from all these people that you befriended or became cool with, once you grow and you're no longer in that box, a lot of them will fall away. You got to be okay with that. You got to be okay with spending days alone. You got to be okay with, you know what I'm saying, being by yourself. Because the magic being done in this world is extremely powerful. I see it really strong in my culture. Like, you know what I'm saying? A lot of us have lost hope. We don't believe in ourselves. We fit whatever mask we need to fit to have somebody to like us, to love us. You know what I'm saying? And real love is not someone that's only around when you're giving something to them for them to gain. Real love is the ability for someone to still be there for you even when they can't gain nothing from you. Even when you at your lowest. And that's hard to find. And the ones that you know what I'm saying, have in your circle that do that, those are your people. Because it's hard to find in this day and age, especially what we're going through right now. A lot of people are shedding their old ways. A lot of people are, you know what I'm saying, not the same people that they used to be. And some people are still stuck in the mind frame. And no matter what you say or tell them, they're going to give you a reason and a validation for why they feel like what they're doing is okay. Or you're picking on them. Or you're making fun of how they choose to live life. And then at that point, it's kind of like you got to be quiet and just live life the way you see fit for yourself. Because those type of people are still running in a circle going nowhere fast. And when their time comes for them to break out of that is when it'll come personally for them. They have to do the work on their own. You can't do the work for everybody, only yourself. But being in a position of where, you know, you just want to help people grow too. You feel like you can fix everybody. But wise words from my mama, you can't fix everybody. But you feel like you can, but you can't. You know what I'm saying? Everybody is at their own different speeds. But the powerful, you know what I'm saying, spell of magic, which most people will not believe. Most people don't even want to hear what I'm saying. And that's fine. But you got to understand how we have been systematically programmed for my culture to believe that it's either prison, fast money, selling ass, and welfare. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's women who solely do not love themselves enough that the only way they feel they could get love is being a sexual object. That's all they feel they validated for. And in turn, of course, everybody likes sex. So it's kind of like now you got this man who's with you, who's giving you all these babies. But do he respect you? Do he care about your feelings? Are y'all arguing all the time? Do he take you out on dates? Or are y'all just codependent on each other? You know what I'm saying? That's not a good relationship in the long run. Like, you can't be in a codependent relationship expecting to get married. Because I'm going to just be honest, it's not going to last. You know what I'm saying? And every relationship is not like that, you know. But I'm just speaking for me coming from a codependent relationship and being in codependent relationships my whole life. This is the first time in my life, which I'm pretty sure I think everybody should take the time out to be by themselves for a little bit and figure out who they are and grow. So then you will know what you want out of a relationship instead of just being codependent on someone, but your feelings is getting hurt. I've been single for about 16 months now. You know what I'm saying? And that gave me a lot of time to be able to focus on myself and what I want out of a relationship, what I require out of a relationship. You have to put in the work, though. There's no cutting corners on this. There's no, you know what I'm saying, cheating. There's no cheat codes. There is no mimicking. There is no, you know what I'm saying, copying other people to try to, you know what I'm saying, get ahead of the game. You can't cut. There's none of that. Because ultimately, if you cheat like that, you will lose, because the mask will fall off and people will be able to see who you really are, no matter how much you try to pretend. You know what I'm saying? But back to the art of magic and spellbinding. Like, y'all can choose to believe this or not, but movies like Harry Potter, The Craft, Rage of Carrie, like, all those have deeper meanings to them, and the powers that we possess and the ability we have to be able to mind control others. You know what I'm saying? So for instance, I'm just gonna use, you know, something that I was in a relationship with. If they know that I love going out on dates, having home cooked meals, going to the library, getting books, you know what I'm saying, and being romantic, they will put on the mask to play that part. You know what I'm saying? And anytime they step out of bounds, say like they do something that you're not okay with, and you be like, man, what's up? Why you do that? Oh, I did that because I thought that, you know what I'm saying, you would be okay with it. Like, they'll justify the doing something wrong to be able to fit how you see life. And most of the time what happens is when they do that, the person forgives them. The person, you know what I'm saying, believes whatever trickery they have put on them, which gives them more space and ability to be able to lie, to be able to not tell the truth, because they know what they can do based off your feelings and how you react to situations, on how to stay in good graces. But at the same time, when you're not looking, that is when they're going completely against the grain on everything you stand for. It's a confusing thing, but it's actually really understandable. And it's really, really powerful. Really, really powerful. Like, I come from a culture where culture doesn't believe they can go any further than using people and being on welfare. Like, working, getting a job, chasing a dream. Like, they can't see beyond that. So the things that they have to offer is, you know, either selling themselves, selling drugs, which is all things that could get you sent to jail or prison. And the people, again, like I always say, that is mind controlling them certain facilities, know that. It's a very powerful spell. If I can get the whole culture to believe that they ain't gonna never be nothing, and you know what I'm saying, they commit crimes that is against the law, and then they get put in jail, I win. I get to roll around in my fancy Mercedes while you sit in a jail cell. But it's coming to a time where people are breaking out of that. People are breaking out of that mind manipulation spell, and they're starting to really find out who they are. Now, everybody won't go at the same time, but it is some people that are really starting to understand everything that I have known and believed to be true growing up my whole life is not who I am. It was a costume, a mask put on me to be able to control me, to be and fall into line of what everybody else is. So once you start to really realize who you are and love who you are, you won't give a two damns about who walks away, about who don't want to be in your life, about who don't want to be around you. You're okay and peaceful and content with being by yourself and making your own choices and decisions, because The people that are surrounding you are only around you if they're at a lower level frequency, is because you were not a threat. We were all on the same spell of believing we were never going to be nothing. So when you break out that box and you find out who you are, you become a threat to people that don't like themselves. They was only hanging around you because we're human beings. We're known to socialize and have human interaction. So if I have to put on a mask for you to believe that I'm this person, that's what I'm going to do. And if you don't love yourself enough to know that this is a mask, you'll fall for it. And everybody in the circle will be doing the same thing. You know what I'm saying? It's very strong and very powerful. And people do it every day. And some, you know what I'm saying, families are stronger, when I mean as in knowing how to easily dictate you and who you are based off the words, the things they do, what they say, who they are. And it basically changes and molds and forms your whole personality into what they believe about themselves. Now you believe that about yourself until you start to break out the box. And it's kind of hard to break out the box because people want to be loved. People want to be accepted. People want people to like them. So when people don't like them or don't want to come around or don't want to be around them, it hurts people. So what they do is they put on a mask to fit whatever circumstance they need to fit, because they don't like feeling like that. It's all emotions and brain activity. So you have to be able to shift that off and be like, you know what, I'm cool. Change your thought pattern. Listen, it's not easy being by yourself and being alone. And you know what I'm saying, people don't want to kick it with you because they see something in you that you might not have never seen yourself. But my experience is, I've been in jail, I've been in prison, I didn't have nobody. All I had was myself. You know what I'm saying? And the people I decided to become cool with, which wasn't a lot, because it's a lot going on in there. And in order for me to be myself and come out on the type of goals that I had for myself, I had to trust myself. I couldn't trust nobody in there because I seen so much by being in there. People who will say they're not coming back, and they go out, they get out and be out for like a month and come straight back. Like, that was not my intention. So I realized, you know what I'm saying, you got to stand on your own too. No matter what they say and do, you got to be able to think for yourself. Think for yourself. Like, it's easy, but it's so very hard. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of us grew up in these dysfunctional families that have a lot of issues and have a lot of pain and trauma and hurt. And their thing is, you can't go further than us. You can't, go further than anything that we seen be placed on this family. If you do, we will disown you. We will make your life a living hell. We will put you down so much that eventually the thoughts of feeling helpless and worthless will come back, and you will shift back into the box of not being a threat for us and being comfortable with who we think you should be. You know what I'm saying? And if you think about it, that's a rough place for you to be in, because when you're not with them and you're alone, you think to yourself like, damn, this is all my life is worth. This is who I am. I feel worthless. I can't do nothing right. They always put me down. They always run over me. They always talk about me. I feel worthless. I feel like I'm not worth anything. And if your emotions overpower that, what happens is you find somebody that likes your own genuine true self, and now you put on a mask to do and fit whatever person that person wants you to fit, so that you don't lose that friend, or you don't lose that person that's into you, because you don't like being alone, because your thoughts of when you're by yourself or feeling worthless and helpless overpower you. You know what I'm saying? And you got to learn how to control that. I'm at a space in my life where I do not care who don't want to kick it with me. Because what people fail to realize is that after you take the time to be able to control your mind and control who you are, the people that are meant for you will come. But you don't have no patience. I grew up in a culture, everything fast. Nothing is slow. Nobody want to take their time doing nothing. Everybody wants to run a 500-mile rushing. Now. Instead of being patient. But over time, as you see yourself grow, you will start to realize the people that are meant for you will be there. But the people that were not meant for you had to fall off, because they will keep you in a state of you not realizing who you are. You're only going to be able to fit whatever they want you to fit, which means you're okay with the things they tell you should be. They're okay with what they tell you is not going to work for you. You know, crushing your dreams, not believing in who you are. And that keeps you in that mind state, because every day you wake up not wanting to be alone. So you do whatever you feel and you start to believe what they say to be able to just not be alone. I'd rather be alone than be around the wrong people, because I don't want to stay in the box I've been in my whole life. I don't want people to talk about me and put me down. I don't want people to make it seem like my life ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? Because for myself, for me, at the end of the day, I want to grow old and die knowing that I'm peaceful and happy in my heart, which means I made every choice and everything I did for myself. Nobody can control me. Nobody can tell me what to do. And that's just coming from a healthy space. I'm not disrespectful. I'm not mean. I'm not rude with it. I'm myself, but I'm respectful. Some people get conceited and start being about themselves, but they start wanting to take other people out. You know what I'm saying? Doing other people dirty because they so self-indulged in themselves. Nah, it's a way you can do it. You can be who you are. You know what I'm saying? And love who you are. But do it in a healthy way. You treat people how you want to be treated. And in turn, the people that see your growth and love people for who they are genuinely, they will come around. It's a hard thing to break. It's a hard thing to break. Like, you know what I'm saying? I see a lot of people that to be able to fit the standard of what they feel as love, they'll take anything. Like, for instance, I seen on Facebook today, it's a party going on. You know what I'm saying? And somebody asked if they can make some baked chicken and also bring some chairs. They said, okay. Why is it not a yes or no answer? It's because I really might want to say no, but I want to feel love and fit in. So I'm not going to say that. And I don't want to say yes, because I really don't want to do it. So I put okay. And the person can't even see that for what it is. It's just like, all right, thank you. You know what I'm saying? And it's a person not really feeling confident in who they are and being able to stand up and say, hey, you know what? That's not my responsibility. I don't want to do that. You know what I'm saying? And if you guys are going to disown me for not doing that, then I'm not going to come. But you got to, again, understand that people don't like the feeling of being alone. People don't like the feeling of enjoying their own company. People don't like the feeling of constructing who they are by spending time alone. Because it's very easy for someone to get into your head and start controlling your thoughts and start controlling the way you think about yourself. It's very powerful and very, very strong. We have 1 million thoughts a day. And a lot of the times, I don't even think people realize the thoughts that you are usually thinking come from someone else. Come from something somebody said. You know what I'm saying? And if you're not confident enough about yourself, usually those thoughts will replay. And you will start to take on that identity, assuming that's who you are. It's not. It's a construction model of who I want you to be. Who are you really? And most people have a hard time trying to figure that out, because they're constructed by everything and everyone. I see it on a daily basis. You know what I'm saying? People just take whatever they can get from someone else and fit it into their personality and construct who they are based off of someone else. So it's like, what's that called? A doppelganger, somebody who pretends to be you, someone who steals your identity because they don't have one of their own. Celebrities who have fans who do their whole wardrobe, hairstyle, everything based off of the celebrity, but that's not who you are on your birth certificate. People who mock your name, mock, you feel me, your personality and who you are, call you something else other than who you are because they don't want to acknowledge the fact that you are you. They don't want to acknowledge the fact that you found out who you are, so that they will mock everything about you. They will put it down. They won't have nothing good to say about it, especially the ones that don't know who they are. They're just coasting through life. They'll be the first ones to put you down, and they'll pretend like they what you want, but they not. Because at the first line of you growing and stepping more into who you are, and you're not adjusting to their power, you'll see the real them. And you'll realize, dang, you was only doing that to get me to adjust to what you wanted me to adjust to. And when I didn't fall for it, you pulled your energy back. You feel me? And for the ones that really genuinely love people, it's going to hurt. But you have to learn how to just adjust that and let it be what it is. You know what I'm saying? Because they're so used to doing that they don't see life no other way. Like, that's their power and control, to have power and control over you. And if they know what controls you, they know what is, sensitive to you, they know what hurts you, that is how they control you on a daily basis. They adjust their whole lifestyle based off of controlling you by what they know is your weakness, what they know is your downfall, the things you feel. So you have to be careful what you say to people. Because some people are not listening to adjust. They're listening to basically spy on you and fit what you want them to fit based off what you told them. Shut your mouth. Stop talking so much. They're not real. They're fake. And they ask too many questions not to help, not to, try to change and be on the same wavelength as you. They ask so many questions to go against you, to tell your business to the enemy. And as soon as they have the ability to try to diminish you and cut your character, they'll do it. That's why you got to be really, really careful what you say, man. Because everybody wants to be in position of power. Everyone. Doesn't matter who it is. And as long as everybody's in the same social group and nobody is a threat, everything goes smoothly. But the moment somebody really steps into their power of who they are and they're no longer mind controlled, watch how they pull their energy back. Watch how they start wanting to kick it with you less and less. Watch how they don't want to be around you. Watch how they don't even want to share the same space with you. Because now they're realizing their mask has fallen off. And the things that they did to control you are no longer working. And so now they start to figure out and know that they are weak. And they're up against someone who no longer falls for their tricks. And so now they're powerless. Who wants to face someone when they know they're powerless and they've lost all their strength? Nobody. But someone who's confident in who they are, the power is inside them. They don't live their life trying to control others. They don't live their life feeling like the only way they have power and control is by controlling other people. You cannot control other people. People are going to be people. You know what I'm saying? So that leaves the certain few, many are called, few are chosen, to understand that in this world, nothing belongs to you. You have to surrender all of it to become peaceful inside yourself. Otherwise, you'll get upset. Your feelings will adjust. Who you are will adjust based on who you have control over, who falls for your tricks. You know what I'm saying? Who you can control and mind control. You know what I'm saying? And life like that is hard to live, because once someone doesn't do what you want them to do, that destroys your whole character. You lose all power. Wicked Witch of the East. When she can't control anyone, she loses all power. She don't come outside. She sit in her house, be miserable, talk about everybody, not happy. You know what I'm saying? Because she's lost power. The powerful ones understand that you can't control no one. You can't make anybody do what you want them to do. That is just not life. The only person that you can control and have power over is yourself. The moment you understand that, life gets peaceful. You have bad witches and you have good witches. You know what I'm saying? The good witches usually construct and predict their life how they see fit for themselves, but they know the rules behind it. They know that you can't control anyone. They know that you have to get your feelings under balance and use logic. The dark witches, their sole power comes from controlling others. And when they can't, they lose power and control. So the best piece of advice I can have for everybody out there is to understand, be yourself. Know who you are. Don't let anyone control you. If you want more details, you want, more understanding of what exactly could be going on in your life, you can email me. You can hit me on IG. You can do whatever you feel if you want to understand how to completely become yourself. And at the end of the day, you're the only one who knows if you're truly walking in your own identity or if you're being shaped by someone else. Only you will know that. So you might not even feel comfortable wanting to reach out or talk to me. It's okay. I'm cool with that, because I'm growing and understanding who I am, while also, you know what I'm saying, teaching my young life, which is the one coming behind me, the game as well, but at different speeds, because what I know and understand, she's not going to be able to grasp because she doesn't have as much as experience as I do. But that's why you teach them every day. It's like school. The fundamental rules to life is not being taught in school. You as a parent has to teach it to them. So again, to all my people out there, don't follow or fall under the spell of someone else, whether it's your family, whether it's your friends, whether it's your relationships. Do not do that, because then you become codependent, and it will be an argument. It will be, you know what I'm saying, can't control their emotions. It will just be a pitfall of things that you're not okay with. Once you know yourself and understand who you are, you have the ability to control your emotions. Logic comes with understanding. Let's get down to the solution for this problem. Let me use my brain and figure out what I'm doing wrong and fix it, instead of using my emotions to control you, to give you validation so I can keep doing what I'm doing. It will not work. Everything will crumble. That is not the correct magic to be able to lead a successful and powerful life. Love yourself, know yourself, control yourself, hold your own power. Once you realize that and understand, it's going to come with being alone. It's going to come with people going against you. It's going to come with people not liking you. That's okay. Some of us, people ain't liked us our whole life. Our whole life, people have been mistreating us. But when your life turns into everything you want and more, them same people gonna feel dumb. So, focus on you. You hold the power. We're all very powerful, magical beings. But the only way to harness the power that you're looking for to create the life you want to live is you gotta love yourself enough to know that you will lose people in the process. And the people that are for you will be for you. Man, if you don't know what it is, I just told you. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe for more, because the game is in you, not from anyone else. I don't care how you think it's supposed to be. I don't care if you got to go to church. I don't care if you believe in a God, the Bible, all that. Those are all things to mind control you into believing and fitting something that somebody else wants you to be. The power that you need is in yourself. Believe who you want to believe. Go the route you see destined for yourself and break all chains holding you back.